Welcome back, everybody, to the Pub Sports Radio Baseball Show. My name is Jose Bouquet. Jose? What's my name?
Was and you saw your name?
What's my name? My name is Jose Bouquet, and of course, I'm joined with the Trevor Bauer to my Garrett Cole. It is good old Andrew Santangelo. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Nice, relaxing, quick day. I don't know. It felt like a quick day. I don't know about you, but ready and excited to do the show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I can't wait. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching as always. We're going to have maybe a quick show. Maybe we'll see. We're usually long-winded, but we'll figure it out as we go along. I'm going to break down the ALCSs and the NLCS. NLCS is actually happening right now. Oh, look, and the Dodgers have someone on second already, I guess. But we're going to talk about those series, talk about some other baseball news, then get you guys out of here, So I can't wait for it. Andrew, are you excited?
Oh, I'm very excited. This is like the best time to be a baseball fan down the stretch here.
Yeah, it is. You're right. This is a great time to be a baseball fan. If you have any questions for us, please let us know. Comment below. We'd love to hear them. All right, so let's get into the ALCS, Andrew, because it's happened already. There's 2 games under our belt. It's the late game today. The Tampa Bay Rays versus the Houston Astros. The Rays have a 2-0 lead right now, behind some stellar pitching. The Rays won Game 1, 2-1. Altuve started off the scoring with a solo shot in the first inning, which kind of everyone when he hit that home run, everyone was like, "Oh boy, here come the Astros. They're going to start hitting again, and then they're just going to do this all over again." But they proceeded to get blanked for the rest of the game. Renteria Rosarena, my hero, solo shot in the 4th inning, and then Mike Zunino hits a RBI single in the 5th, past Jose Altuve to secure a 2-1 lead behind some, of course, Ray stellar bullpen work. I mean, we've seen this formula before, and they did it again.
This series is far from over. Far from over. Okay. I will make the case, honestly, that the Astros have looked like the better team through the first 2 games.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't agree with you at all, but okay.
I knew you wouldn't, and that's why I said I'll provide it with numbers. But
please, I love numbers, Andrew. You know I love numbers.
Okay, obviously Rays win the run so far, 6-3. The so-called good Rays pitching. So far,
the so-called good Rays pitching.
Okay. No, it's obviously good pitching. I'm just messing around with that part. But anyway, the Astros are out hitting the Rays 19-10.
Yeah.
The Rays got backed up by 3 Astros errors so far. Starting pitching wise, I mean Lance McCullers honestly outpitched Charlie Morton yesterday. If it wasn't for the error that the Astros had, giving up 3 unearned runs to Lance McCullers, that's a different ballgame. Lance McCullers went out there, pitched 7 innings, struck out 11 guys. Charlie Morton only went 5, and I think he struck out 6 or 7.
Yeah, but Lance McCullers is their number 2. Charlie's their number 3. They should have.
Well, I mean,
that was the game they needed to win.
No. Greinke's the number 2, or arguably the number 1, and Valdez is number 2.
Greinke, no one knows where Greinke is right now.
Neither one of those pitchers yesterday were the team's number 2 starters.
Okay, I mean, the Rays got the win. 2-0 leads. People don't come back from 2-0 leads, Andrew.
I mean, the Astros did last year to Washington, forced a Game 7. I'm just saying this series is far from over. The Astros are getting hits and base runners like crazy. They've just hit into double plays rather than producing runs there, and I think that changes today. I honestly do. You're not going to keep holding teams off like that, in my opinion. And Astros have the number 1 average when it comes to postseason hitting, 3rd in home runs, 1st in on-base percentage, 3rd in slugging percentage, and their pitching isn't that far behind the Rays either. The Rays postseason ERA is 3.15. Theirs is 3.34. Rays 5th, Astros 6th in the league. Rays 1st in strikeouts, Astros 3rd in strikeouts. WHIP, Rays at 11th, and the Astros 3rd. So I think this series is far from over. And honestly, I don't think you count the Astros out yet.
Okay, all right, fair enough. By the way, we've got a comment. Good old Preston. Asking, more like demanding the Dodgers to score some runs. Threatening early against the rookie, so who knows? Andrew, I can't disagree anymore. This
Oh,
is
I knew it's coming.
this is exactly how the Rays want to play, Andrew. This is how the Rays love to play. They did it to the Yankees in game 5 of their game. They did it in game 1, and they did it in game 2. They just low scoring. They'll hit a home run here, scratch a run across there, and their bullpen just keeps carrying them. Andrew, did you see Castillo's shirt where it was just a horse and it had
I did
90
say.
on the horse? That was awesome. I need like 6 of those shirts, Andrew. They're stable for a reason, Andrew. Their bullpen has a name now. The stable is sick. They're dominating, and Nick Anderson struggled. I believe it was yesterday, yeah, because all these baseball games starting running together. Yesterday, Nick Anderson struggled, still got out of the jam, and you're saying like these double plays are lucky. The Rays are the most analytical.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're lucky. All I'm saying is the Astros have proven that how good of a hitting team they are. And to your point about this Rays bullpen, which don't get me wrong, is fantastic. They've given up 2 more runs than the Astros at this point.
Yeah, hey, the Astros bullpen has been phenomenal, and it's the most impressive thing about it is that it's just all rookies. Like their whole bullpen, all Rays. Like we talk about how the Astros are so good at developing starting pitching. When a pitcher goes to the Astros, he immediately just becomes better. Well, we forgot that they can do this with homegrown players as well. So now they're just going to have just arms coming up from the minor leagues forever now. And it's going to be annoying. But their relievers have been great. I mean, that's awesome. But I think that at push comes to shove, I'll take the Rays bullpen 10 times out of 10. And honestly, Andrew, I told you this might be a sweep.
Yeah, Sam predicted that. I don't know if he's watching yet, but credit to Sam. He predicted the sweep. But I'm gonna sit here and say, if the Astros win today, which I think they will, this series will be 2-2 by the end of tomorrow.
Glasnow's going to pitch game 4 probably, or game 3. No, yeah, game 4.
Yeah, it's you got Glasnow versus Greinke tomorrow. So
again, I'll take Glasnow 10 out of 10. Greinke doesn't have an arm anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay, Glasnow's been striking out players left and right, yes, but his postseason ERA is 4.05. So it's not like act like he's been lights out throughout this postseason.
No, the Yankees scored a couple runs off of him in an otherwise dominant performance. But I think, last year we forget that last year these teams faced off, and in a decisive game, Tyler Glasnow was fucking clearly tipping his pitches too. It was hilarious. It was like, if his glove was up high, it was a fastball, and a glove down low was a breaking ball, which was hilarious. All of the Astros knew it. They were telling each other, and he got fucking rocked. So now he's going to be triple. He's going to be pissed. He's going to come out determined. I think, sure, they might get this game tonight. It's a bullpen night for the Rays. They've got Ryan Yarbrough starting versus Uriquity, whoever you say his name. But honestly, like I said, they need to win this game because I don't think they're winning game 4.
I obviously tonight, yeah. If they lose tonight, it's pretty much over. But I think they win tonight. They'll scratch out and win tonight. They beat Glasnow tomorrow, and then you're gonna get a big game 5 with a rematch of a great pitching duel we saw in game 1, probably of Valdez versus Snell, which that will be anybody's game.
And Snell struggled. Snell low-key struggled during the first game pitching-wise, too, if we're going to be honest. I've never been a Blake Snell guy, but he 5 innings, 2 Ks, 6 hits, 1 earned run. Got out of a lot of jams.
And that's my point about how the Astros have looked like the better team. The Rays are just escaping jams, which is credit to the Rays, I know, but I'm just saying that this series, to me, is a lot closer than it looks when it's 2-0, because to me, the Astros have been the better team through 2 games.
Okay. Shout out to a fight fan, always pubbing. Appreciate you for watching. Sam wants to know, Andrew, if the managers have been a factor this series, I guess. If Kevin Cash or Dusty Baker had any effect, do you think? I think Kevin Cash is obviously one because he's been pressing the right buttons with his bullpen. But at some point, it must be pretty easy to just be like, hey, you know what? This guy that throws 97, why don't you go out there?
Yes and no. I think, to your point about him, it's interesting because how many times do you just continue to go to the bullpen that early? I mean, You're continuing to use these guys left and right, and maybe that's why they're starting to give up a little more runs. Maybe that's why Anderson's struggling a little bit more than he has been in the past because he's being used so much. Now these hitters are starting to recognize some of their pitches and what they're throwing. Like Charlie Moore went 5 innings yesterday, giving up 0 runs. I mean, why are you taking him out so early? I don't remember what his pitch count was, but I mean, he was at 96. You're going to normally test a starter like that in a game too. I mean, to me, if he continues to do this 5 inning thing, it might eventually catch up to him, and maybe that's what you're seeing so far. Who knows? But I don't think there's anything really else the managers could do. I don't think one's been significantly better than the other. I think Dusty made a good decision leaving Lance McCullers out there for seven innings because of that error that really cost them the 3 runs there in that spot. And McCullers was, I mean, dominant yesterday, 11 strikeouts. So I give credit to Dusty there for pushing McCullers to 100 pitches. But no, I don't think one is done better than the other really in this series.
What was your reaction to the Jose Altuve error? I got a good hearty.
I was laughing. I was laughing pretty good though.
I got a good heart.
I mean,
Honestly, when Gurriel picked up the ball, I thought they were going to call him out. I thought he still beat the runner. I forgot who it was too, but I thought that was the funniest thing.
I don't know if you could have got more of a routine ground ball to a second baseman there for him to throw that away.
And then he does it again. He did it again later in the game too, which was. I think some of the anxiety was hitting Altuve there at the wrong time, which was concerning for the Astros.
Yeah, I will say I think Cash did make some pretty good decisions there in game one. I think what was it when I forget who he took out of the game, and then I think bases were loaded or it was like first and second, and who was it? I believe it was Castillo that came in and had like a 1-pitch ground ball double play or something like that. I mean, that was a pretty good manager decision to see that. I think it was Aaron Loop. I think was in there struggling, gave up the base runners, and he made that decision. So I mean, that was a good decision on Cash's part. But again, I don't think Dusty has cost Houston any games, and I don't think you can sit here and say Kevin or Cash won any games.
If someone in the chat right now can tell me who the highest paid reliever on the Tampa Bay Rays is, I will give them a well-deserved shout-out and a high five because the answer is hilarious, as I found out the other day. It's very funny. By the way, the Braves have seemingly escaped their jam with the help of some Freddie Freeman defense and some Austin Riley kind of being good at defense and kind of being bad. So we'll see what the review says. But shout out to Ian Anderson for having a struggle in the first inning. But we're going to talk about that series now, Andrew. Game one happened last night with the Braves come out to a kind of surprising 5-1 victory. The scoreline kind of is deceptive. It was 2-1 throughout the whole game. I know it was 1-1 throughout the whole game. We got a Freddie Freeman immediate home run in the first inning, which was kind of poetic. It just, as soon as he stepped in, everyone was like, the MVP, Freddie Freeman, blah, blah, blah. Immediately makes an impact. Home run. Kike Hernandez hits a home run in the 5th inning, and then they had the Braves popped off for 4 runs in the 9th, taking advantage. I don't know if it was really bad relief work, but well, I guess it was since if you give up runs. But the Dodgers bullpen kind of blew up there at the end. Blake Trinan gave up a home run to Austin Riley to give up the lead, and then from there on, it just kind of kept tumbling and led to this 5-1 victory. Andrew, none of us were brave enough to pick the Braves. Should we be kicking ourselves or not?
No, not yet. Before I go deeper into this, to Sam's point about the manager decisions in the last series, I don't know about you, but I question why aren't you bringing in Kenley Jansen there in the 9th? You're the home team in a 1-1 game. I'm using my closer in that situation. Force him to the bottom of the 9th. He's one of the best closers in the game. I mean, I don't know why. What was that?
You saw the last outing, Andrew.
So the last outing is going to dictate the way you use him in this entire series?
I mean, it's going to give you some pause. It'll give you some worries about using him. Blake Trinan has been honestly better than him this year. And, kind of gave up a home run and 2 hard-hit balls. It just wasn't his night. By the way,
it was his night, but I'm using my closer in that situation.
It is, in fact, not Chaz Rowe, a fight fan. But I would not. I didn't hate Robertson's decision. I would have put Blake Trinan in there as well. And it just didn't work out for him. It's just one of those things that he had a bad night. Are you concerned, Andrew? I mean, like we said, the game's going on right now, so we won't know what happened in this game too. But are you concerned about the Dodgers right now?
No, that's not. It's one game. I'm not concerned about the Dodgers yet. I mean, they came into the series 5-0, just like the Braves. Somebody was going to have to lose that game one, and if the Dodgers won game one, if I was a Braves fan, I wouldn't be concerned yet. I mean, one game isn't pushing me to concern yet. Once you hit the 2-0 or you lose 2 games in a row or something like that, that's when you start hitting the concern panic button, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I know Clayton Kershaw got scratched today. He's expected to make a Game 4 appearance if the back spasms are better by then. But I mean, we talked about it before. I mean, Dodgers have depth like crazy, no matter what position you look at. So I think you'll fill in just fine today. I think we'll see pretty much similar to yesterday, honestly. Another pitcher duel for the most part until you get to the later half of the game when you might see a team do what the Braves did yesterday. I think it's too early again for the Dodgers to be concerned, and we know how good they've been throughout the season, and I think they'll be just fine.
By the way, Andrew, you were mentioning how the Astros, you don't believe the Astros are dead yet. They're plus 550 in the series right now. If you want to bet them to win this series, plus 550 is a pretty good number if you fancy your Astros, Andrew, by the way.
Hey, call me crazy all you want. I'm just saying. That series is far from over.
Okay. Do you have any other thoughts about the I don't want to talk very much about Dodgers Braves, to be honest, because whatever we talk about is going to be out of date whenever people are listening to this after they had that game one victory. I feel like we can take from it what we will. The starting pitching was both excellent. Max Fried, Ian Anderson, or not Ian Anderson, Max Fried and Walker Bueller. They both pitched excellent. I didn't really have any complaints there. We'll see. I mean, this is a 9-round fight, Andrew. This is a 9-round fight. The Braves took the first punch right there. They got him, and we'll see what happens in this game too.
I think
Gonsolin's the man.
prediction for game two. I think Betts has a big day. I think he gets his first postseason home run today. I think he continues his success, and I think he finds a way to get them that game two win.
So, my man, Mark Melanson, Andrew, did you see what Mark Melanson did for the home run? Former
I
Red
did.
Sox, Mark Melanson, honorary Kawasaki moment of the week that we don't do anymore. Catching a home run in the bullpen while warming up. He didn't have to move either, which was really impressive. That was the funniest part about it. Caught that in there. By the way, a fight fan apparently did his research. I can't really tell all the numbers since this is not the best avenue for a format, but it is Aaron Loop. Aaron Loop apparently gets paid the most, according to Spot Track. If you want to go look over there, he gets paid a little over $1 million, I believe. So enjoy Aaron Loop being the worst reliever in that Rays bullpen and getting paid the most, which is hilarious to me. Andrew, do you want to talk about some interesting news that happened otherwise in the baseball news?
Yeah, of course.
The White Sox manager Rick Renteria fired after taking this White Sox team to heights it hasn't been in a long time. Made the playoffs, went out in the first round, but they were kind of the upstart team. Everyone was surprised they were here. They were a year early, I think everyone could probably say. But they fired their manager in the hopes of hiring someone with a championship pedigree, Andrew. What was your reaction to this?
I was shocked. I thought they went out, did a lot in free agency, made a lot of different signings. Like you said, I think a lot of us thought it was they surprised everyone a year kind of early, and then really take off next year. So I thought with that a little surprise, with the surprise year in terms of what they were able to do, I was surprised that they agreed to part ways or whatever. And I get it. You want someone with that championship pedigree or whatever. And I mean, we'll get into maybe probably possible candidates here in a little bit on who's open. But I would have liked to see him give him a chance on a full 162 season. You had Jose Abreu break out, probably going to get a good chance to get MVP there. Your pitching staff did well. Alex Colomb had a very good year. So I was surprised to see that all happen. And we'll see what happens in free agency on where they kind of put pieces together and who they re-sign, because I know Colomb's a free agent, so we'll see what they're able to do there. But again, I was very surprised and taken back by this news. Not one I was expecting.
Yeah, I was not expecting it either. And the buzz around this move is that they're going to try to secure the services of one AJ Hinch, Andrew.
I heard him and one other big name. I don't know if you heard this one.
No. We're not talking about that other name because we already know where he's going, Andrew.
We're not. You're not talking about the same guy I am then.
Well, we're talking about the same guy, Andrew. I know.
No, we're not. I guarantee you, we're not.
Who is he, Andrew?
The Chicago White Sox are expected to reach out to the one former manager, current Hall of Famer, Tony La Russa.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is surprising.
See? I knew you weren't expecting that one.
No, Tony's not coming out of retirement for that.
I don't think he's coming out of retirement either, but the White Sox are expected to reach out to him. I don't know if I like that, honestly, if I was a White Sox fan.
No.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, obviously a great manager, but I don't know what he's got right now. But yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting hire if they did that.
No, thank you. That's wild. I would definitely. I don't know if I'm rooting for this because AJ Hinch is an asshole. But I kind of want AJ Hinch to go to the White Sox. You know, at the end of the day, he was actively like against the cheating thing they were doing. Like he literally like smashed a TV to try to stop it. Did he really try to stop it? No. Did he say anything about it? No. Did he directly benefit from all of it? Yeah. So I mean, he did deserve a suspension, but he's going to come off of it. And I think it would be an interesting move for the White Sox. Astros fans, when he was the manager, they fucking hated him. So, would it be a good move, Andrew? Do you think, though?
I go back and forth because who knows? How good of a manager do we really know what he is because of what
exactly
happened? Like if George Springer and all them don't know the pitch, are they actually going to win the World Series? Or is he really that good of a manager, or do they get lucky with the cheating stuff and take advantage of all that and win because of that? Like you said, there's a lot of Astros fans, and I mean, you see it all over Twitter and stuff that kind of question a lot of the stuff he did and weren't big fans of him before. And so who knows what's going to happen? And I don't know how good of a hire he really is, assuming everything turns out and they play fair, or his team plays fair now. I mean, how again, who knows? But I'll tell you what, if he goes to Chicago, there's going to be a lot of pressure out there because of the year the White Sox had this year. I mean, you better not take a step backward.
Yeah, you can't take a step backward. Absolutely not. Cannot. I would be in favor for AJ Hinch. I think would be interesting. Going from the most hated team in baseball to arguably one of the most lovable teams in baseball would very be an interesting move. Wouldn't be excited for that. Andrew, my next topic here. Andrew, did you notice? You probably did because you watched the baseball. That home run that Freddie Freeman hit scorched into the stands, but in the stands there were people in the stands.
I didn't know that was possible again.
Yeah, there are people in attendance in the games currently. Yesterday they were. This is they're doing it in Arlington because why not? I guess. They have the crowds like a couple rows back from the actual field. Everyone's social distance during the game. Definitely not during batting practice. If you saw those pictures,
I did see this.
What are your thoughts on it? Is it kind of weird now that they're having fans in this neutral site? Did you hear like any like was the fan or were the fans like biased towards one side, or was it just like a bunch of cheering? Was it some Dodgers fans make the trip or what?
To answer the first part, if it was the first game back with fans, it would be a little weird. But I think being able to watch some NFL games and them having fans as well, it made it a little less weird, honestly, because you saw fans there for those games, so it's kind of eased its way back in. But in terms of what was the second question?
Did you notice the fans were like biased towards one side? Were there more Dodgers fans, you think, or Braves fans? Did you know, or was it just split down the middle? You think? Was it actually a neutral site?
I think it was pretty neutral, to be honest. I don't think one swayed me the other. I don't know if they're still continuing with any automated fan noise since it's not a full stadium. I don't know. But, like, I wasn't sitting there like, oh, Dodgers got a huge advantage here or the Braves have a huge advantage there. So I guess got to say it's pretty neutral.
Okay. All right. I was just checking. All right, next topic here. We have to eulogize another legend, Andrew. Another legend. We lost another legend in the baseball game. Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan retired. Jesus Christ. He died recently. I don't remember. I think it was yesterday now. Like I said, all these days running together. Uh, Died at the age of 77, I believe. I'm not absolutely sure.
Yes.
He was Hall of Famer, second baseman on the Big Red Machine. Andrew, we watched the game he was in with the Red Sox, big
Hmm.
Carlton Fisk game. We watched that. That was a good time. I think 10-time All Star, MVP, Gold Gloves. Johnny Bench called him the best player he's ever played with. He was the engine that kept that big man machine going with Pete Rose, and I think Andrew, our people our age more associate Joe Morgan with his broadcast career. I mean, he was the voice of baseball for a while as well, and it's just sad to see him go.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. People our age, I mean, yeah, obviously you hear what he did back then and in his time and how he was a fantastic player and everything. But I mean, we didn't get to see him play, so yeah, we know him more for what he was doing in the broadcasting booth. And I mean, his last game was in '84, so I mean, we didn't get the luxury of watching him play outside of the games you might go back and watch, as you mentioned. We were lucky to go back and do one of those games and honestly cover that series from the Red Sox Reds World Series. But no, yeah, fantastic career. My dad used to tell me stories about him and everything, especially in '83 when the Phillies got him towards the end of his career, and he helped get them to the World Series before losing the World Series. But no, yeah, it was a great. I mean, hearing the stories from my dad and stuff, he's one of my dad's favorites. So, no, yeah, it seemed like a fun player.
All right. My last mini topic here for you, Andrew. I don't know if you heard, but umpire John Tumpane, I don't know how to say if I'm saying your last name correctly, John, so I apologize. But he called a perfect game, Andrew. The umpire for the game two of the ALCS called a perfect game, called all 153 strikes. Perfect game, first one ever for an umpire in the postseason. Andrew, I want you to guess. Here's my trivia for you today. Okay,
Great.
for anyone that is in chat, want to chime in here. Who do you think had the second best game umpiring behind the plate in postseason history, Andrew? The answer will surprise you.
I don't. I'll let the chat take this now.
Chat,
Um,
let us know. I would love to hear
I'll,
your guesses as well.
so it's surprising. Let's go with. I don't know. There's so many. Let's go, Jim Joyce.
It is Andrew. The chat got it before you, Andrew. It is
That's what I figured.
Cowboy Joe West. Joe West. 99.4% in an ALCS game with the Red Sox Astros, I believe. They who knows when they started tracking this data, but apparently there's an umpire fantasy leagues now, Andrew. I don't know if you knew this.
Is there really
Yeah,
an
so,
umpires fantasy league?
so you draft umpires and how well they do is just how well they are.
Are we participating in that next year?
No, we're not. We're absolutely not doing that. But Cowboy Joe West, 99.4. Shout out to him. Maybe he's not as bad as people say. I don't know.
Does he have any other games to back that up, or maybe did he just catch lightning in a bottle?
You know what, Andrew? He might have caught lightning in a bottle that day. Maybe he was.
Okay.
What do you think he did to really get into those strikes and balls? What did he do pregame to just really clear him up? I think he had a nice meal. I think he had
I was gonna say, what he eat, like a nice barbecue meal or something
a nice barbecue meal.
down there in Houston.
Yes, and he just saw it real well, and he was on it. I'm proud of Joe West getting all that slander, but having the second best called game in postseason history apparently.
Do you remember that game?
No, absolutely not. No, but that's the point, Andrew. If you don't remember the umpires, then they did a good job.
Well, I didn't know Red Sox Astros. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you didn't notice the umpires in game two, right? I mean, 100%, Mr. Perfect Game right there. Hate to see it.
I wonder how many fantasy points that was.
I wonder. I don't know. I did not do that much research. Andrew, this is a fun show. Quick show because this is kind of just a check-in to see how these series are going, give you our reactions. Maybe you get a talk or two, but the games are going on right now, like we said. I believe it's still 0-0 unless something happened over my shoulder that I haven't seen. Dodgers Braves on right now. Then we've got Rays Astros. My final thoughts, Andrew. I want to leave you with one, and I'm going to ask you for one. Final thoughts. When did the Tampa Bay Rays turn into the Tampa Bay Suns? Because their ray has now they've put the devil ray, it's been getting smaller and smaller. And now whenever you tweet like hashtag raise up, you just get like the fucking sun. So they're turning into the sunshines now, Andrew.
Sunshines.
So I just wanted to leave you with that. I wanted to know what would you rather have? The Tampa Bay Rays of sun or the Tampa Bay Rays of devil?
I guess Rays of sun. I mean, and they kind of the Devil Rays are kind of way in the past now. I feel like. I mean, I don't remember when did they leave the Devil Rays?
I don't know. But it's been. I'll do some quick.
I'm trying to think. I don't think they were the Devil Rays in 08 when we played them. I think they were already the Rays by then.
Yeah, let's do some reach.
So I think they've been that's been kind of forgone for a while. So. I mean, this point
2007 is when they changed their name from the Devil Rays to the Rays. They wanted to change it, by the way, because they wanted to get more kids to watch, and they don't like the association with devils. Andrew, do you have picks?
I see that. I mean, I can see parents being. That's a valid switch.
Do you have picks for that, Andrew, real fast? Sam wants to know.
Yes. Give me the Dodgers in the first game and the Houston Astros in the second game.
I'll take Dodgers Rays. The sun shines.
Okay. Are you keeping your Dodgers pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't I?
I answered that question. You asked me that question. So
I asked.
I didn't get your answer.
I asked a friend before the series started because I thought the Braves were way too high of a plus money. And I was like, well, if should I hedge? Should I bet? Just put a couple dollars on the Braves for hedging sake. And you told me no. So I mean, hey, the two futures are riding. We love to see it. Any final thoughts or anything, Andrew? Before we head out of here, I know I blew your mind with the Tampa Bay Rays. So good luck topping that.
Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, honestly, I saw the emojis thing, or not the emoji, what are you going to call it? The hashtag, the sun and stuff, and I didn't realize they used to even have a.
I mean, look it's on their jerseys. It's literally, if you look at their jerseys tonight, you'll see the sunshine.
I love how we both looked over at the game and they're not even playing.
Definitely not playing right now. They're for sure not playing. But if you look at the jersey, it's on there too. I mean, shit. They're the sunshines now.
I noticed on there, but I didn't even think about the slow, quiet,
the change
kind of ease. Yeah, I didn't. You don't notice that.
No,
so I'll give you credit for finding that.
It's a slow, methodical creep into the sun's rays. It's good. It's good. I appreciate the when they have the actual Devil Rays on their hats. Those hats are fire, but it's slowly become the TV with the sunshine peeking through or whatever. That's what I'm saying.
Where are they in your favorite uniforms? Are you a fan of the uniforms?
Powder blues. Yeah, I like the powder blues. They're not bad at all. I was talking to Andrew. Here's where we veer off into non-baseball subjects. So
this is still baseball. This is baseball uniforms.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this because we are done now talking about the baseball currently happening. I was in the market for a jersey yesterday, and I was like, I kind of want to buy a jersey, blah blah blah. So I went ahead and I needed to finish my Red Sox collection, and I put it in a way Xander Bogaerts jersey in the cart, and I was like, you know what, Andrew, I need to ask my good buddy Andrew what other jersey I should get. And Samwise also chimed in with a Randy Arozarena powder. Well, he did say powder blue, but I was thinking Randy Arozarena powder blue, perhaps.
No, it's a violation.
It's not a bad choice. That's a nice jersey.
It is a bad choice. It's a violation.
I don't know.
You can't get it. You can't get a jersey of somebody in your division, and two, especially you can't get a jersey of someone not on your team. That's my rule.
Okay.
Now, you would never see me rocking a non-Philadelphia, Villanova, or Oklahoma State team. I
Well,
will not.
you're crazy. You're a psychopath. That's why. You're a crazy person, and that's just what you do. I'm not surprised at all by that.
So now I would stay away from a Rays jersey.
Okay, well, fair enough. I ended up getting an Oklahoma State jersey, so if you're wondering, the people at home, I know you guys are enthralled with our jersey talk right now to end the show, but hey, this is what we get at the end of a ALCS preview recap show. So, Andrew, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at AJ_Santangelo, at Philly_Sports Now podcast, True_Philly Sport, and at ANYP Phillies as well.
Awesome. You guys can find me at that that is on the other side of my hand. This at. There we go. That's my ad on everywhere. So go check us out. We'll be live tweeting some baseball. It's gonna be fun. We'll be back on Friday. Correct? Andrew?
Friday. That's correct.
We'll be back on Friday. So ignore that thing on the bottom that says Thursday at 5:15 because it's gonna be at Friday at 5:15. We're going to talk about the series. Maybe a series will be done by then because all these series go back to back to back. And fuck. Well, maybe we'll know who the World Series participants are by then. It'll be a fun time, Andrew. I can't wait to talk about it. Thanks for everyone listening. Go pick up a shirt. Go do your thing. Thanks for supporting the show. And tune into all the other great Pub Sports Radio shows. We'll catch you guys out next week.